Good evening.
Hey, everybody.
How's everyone doing this evening? Um, it is April. Wow, that came around fast already. Even though the weather is not conducive, I guess. How do we still have snow in April? And I know it's Michigan and we should be used to it every year, but it doesn't make sense to me. Um, but it's interesting because it actually, I guess, kind of plays a part with this month's topic because I was at work and a bunch of people have been getting sick, and a lot of people that I've been talking to just in general have been getting sick lately. Even though the weather is starting to transition, it's starting to get a little bit warmer. It's supposed to be nice this weekend. It's supposed to be nice next weekend. So even though the weather is getting better, why are people still getting sick? So we're going to go into a little detail and talk about maybe some things that you can do to keep yourself healthy as the weather transition, especially into the springtime. We're going to talk about how to stay comfortable in dealing with seasonal discomforts or allergies that Dana's going to touch on. So we'll just give a few tips. It is getting late. It's almost my bedtime. So we won't hold everyone too late tonight. But when it comes to, I wrote down a few notes here. When it comes to staying healthy as the weather transitions, the first thing to do is make sure that your home is clean. And I know it's one of those things that may not seem like a big deal. I know the last video that we did, we talked about detoxing your home and why that was important. But as the weather starts to break, you're going to notice that, most people do their spring cleaning. So they're doing a lot of dusting. They're doing a lot of cleaning in those nooks and crannies and things like that. Just to get all of the dirt and the grime and the germs and the bacteria out of the house because everything has been so closed in for the wintertime. So now is a great time to start with things like that because as the weather gets warmer and there's not snow outside, then you can open up the windows, things like that. So we actually like to do a lot of diffusing. And it was interesting because as I was doing a little bit of research on the topics that we were talking about, one of the things that was recommended was purification oil or purifying your air. So that's actually what I like to diffuse is we use purification oil. Sometimes I'll spray it down on the bed sheets or on the laundry, or I'll diffuse it in the air because just diffusing is going to oxygenate your air in the household, which is going to help to cut down on germs and bacteria too. So that's going to help. Also avoid chemicals as much as possible. So if you're doing a lot of cleaning, please, 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 please don't use bleach. Why not? Do you know why not to use bleach? It's going to irritate your sinuses. Um, oh,
Oh, thanks.
hi, Joanne. Thank you. Yeah, bleach and chemicals is very irritating to your sinuses. So you're gonna feel crummy. Um, you're gonna notice a lot of issues with your sinuses just because of the chemicals in the air. So please try to avoid chemicals as much as possible. And also, if you haven't been shut in all winter, and you've been partying or things like that, having a good time, just take a break. So take a break from like alcohol. Take like a 2 week break from eating a bunch of sugars and I know I probably shouldn't say this, but take a break from caffeine. If you're like a huge like coffee head, take a break. Allow your body to replenish so that you can stay healthier during that time. Earlier in the year, we talked about having a good exercise program. Uh, what was that? Miriam? Oh, thanks. Welcome.
Hey, honey.
Earlier in the year, we talked about having a good exercise program. So it is now the fourth month in the year. Hopefully, you've stuck to that. But if not, take some time to reevaluate that. Start a new exercise plan. Something to reinvigorate yourself because when you're exercising, your body is producing um, more oxygen into the body. It's also helping to combat illnesses within the body, and you're feeling more energized. So just reevaluate that exercise program. Maybe try some stretching in the morning before you get out and start your day. You're just gonna start to feel a lot better. Another thing that was touched on, and I actually didn't know, I found this out, was actually this is the best time for cleansing your liver and your gallbladder because just naturally, as the weather starts to change and things start to come back, the flowers are going to start to bloom. If you have gardens or anything like that, fruits and vegetables are going to start to come back. It's just a good time.
Hey, Annie.
Hey, Annika. It's a good time just to start cleansing your body. So especially for your liver and your gallbladder, that has to do with your digestive tract. I'm sorry. I know I keep touching my eye, but one of my eyelashes keeps getting in my eye, so I'm not crying or anything. So I know with me personally, digestion has always been an issue for me. So one of the things I didn't grab it. But one of the things I like to use is Diagize, which is one of the blend oils that come in Young Living Starter Kit. I take a drop of that every single meal because I want to give my digestive tract that good support. Also avoid junky and fatty foods. I know it's very easy to go to the nearest fast food joint or something like that, but if you can, avoid those and what they call like the cheaper oils, I guess. So stick to things like olive oil or anything that's cold pressed. I'm trying to think of what's the other one that's really good for you. Healthy fats. I'm sorry. So like avocados, things of that nature, because your body's gonna really benefit from that. You're gonna be able to cleanse your body, get some of those germs and that bacteria that's not supposed to be in the body out. And then two of the last things that I want to touch on is your B vitamins. So, excuse me, your B vitamins are going to help give you a little bit more energy, and it's the one vitamins that's in your body that does not replenish every single day. So one of the things that I do like to take is some type of B vitamin. This one is actually called Super B that Young Living makes, and it's really, really excellent. I like it for giving me more energy. It also helps to support your nervous system very well. So if you're a person that's always stressed out, taking B vitamins is going to help to kind of mellow that out and calm you down your nervous system a little bit. And then last thing I wanted to talk about is protect yourself. So we have Ningxia juice or some type of antioxidant juice that you can take to get any bacteria or any of those what we call free radicals, which are foreign and should not be in the body, to get them outside of the body. So if it doesn't have to be Ningxia, but Ningxia is the best. But take some type of antioxidant so that you can protect yourself and keep those free radicals out of your body. I've talked long enough. Your turn.
Hey, how are you, Danielle?
Who's that? Oh, Danielle?
So I wanted to talk a little bit about, so for me, just growing up, I grew up with a lot of allergies. And another transition as we go into spring and that weather. I remember being younger and people saying things like, "Oh, I have seasonal allergies," right. And I'm like, "What is that?" Because I can't breathe all the time. Like I didn't know that there's a period where like it's possible to breathe. So what I want to talk about is just kind of prepping and preparing your body as the weather changes, so you can combat some of those seasonal discomforts. So I have my like 3 powerhouse oils that I use, and that's going to be your lemon, peppermint, and lavender. So lemon, peppermint, and lavender. So there's 2 different ways that you can kind of use or utilize those. So I'll grab those. So what I do is with my little roller ball, I actually carry this roller ball around with me on a daily basis. And what I do is I do 10 drops of lemon, 10 drops of peppermint, and 10 drops of lavender. And then the rest of the entire roller ball, I will put with like olive oil or a carrier oil. And then the nice thing about the roller ball is you can actually put it over your T-zone, under your nose, and it's going to help with that whole sinus area. You can breathe this time of year. It's crazy because he always jokes with me, but he's like, when I first met you, like every morning it was like like I did my little
you sound like the Predator.
Because
all the time.
Because I couldn't breathe. My sinuses were so bad. And so it's nice to know that there's healthy alternatives. You don't have to worry about side effects from a lot of the different allergy medicines, you know, stuff like dizziness and trouble sleeping and stuff like that. Nice natural option for that. And also,
I'm sorry, I wanted to touch on that. So you made me a rollerball earlier in the week, and that was actually, I think that was the first time I had tried it like that because for the most part, I never really had issues with allergies. But my sinuses were so jacked up from the chemicals in the arena and the dust. That rollerball, that was the truth. And in all seriousness, people were asking to borrow it, and I'm like, nah, because I'm kind of a germaphobe when it comes to stuff like that. Like, you can get your own, but it honestly helped, like, significantly. It was really good. That's 2 drops and a shot of water. Cool.
Yep. So that was the next thing I was going to talk about. So another way you can take them, there's empty vegetable capsules that you can purchase. So your Vitality oils, so you can get a Vitality lavender, lemon, and peppermint. You can actually put them in capsules, and you can still take them just like you would like a medicine or something like that. Sometimes in a pinch, though, the rollerball is a little bit easier, but you can also ingest some of the oils when they're 100% pure therapeutic.
What about for the skin? You have to talk to this one right here.
I can't say that.
Skin.
How can I complain? Let me say that.
I don't know. I want to come back to it. We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
We won't forget about you, Annika. We'll come back to that.
The other thing I was going to say for seasonal discomforts, if you are not already on a regular basis, local honey. So this is Royal Oak. I live in Southfield. So Royal Oak, local honey. You want to make sure that you're getting local raw honey, as well as bee pollen. So multigreens is a supplement that has spirulina, bee pollen in it. These are natural histamines for the body, and they're going to help to be able to protect you during those seasonal transitions. I know even years ago, even though I would do some natural things like my raw honey and stuff like that, I found myself still needing to take medicine. But now with this combination and also the Ninja Red, I don't have to take that anymore. So there's natural alternatives that you can work with your system, your body, and you can actually breathe. It's kind of refreshing. I love gardening. I love being outside during this time of year, but now I can be out without having to wear a mask or having to worry about that. So you can protect yourself with the season change. I know, Sunday and Monday, even though it's supposed to snow tonight, we're supposed to get back up to 70s.
This rate, you might be out there with a shovel. In all seriousness, with the way that the snow is going right now. So, did you have anything else to add on that?
Nope, so that was it for the...
So Annika was asking about, were you asking more specifically about oils for the skin? Or supplements for the skin, or if anyone else, while she's typing that, had any questions too that we can answer, we can do that as well. I can say offhand, I know frankincense is very, very good for the skin.
Frankincense, purification, and lavender. I know for even right before we did this, put the kids to bed, oils. So purification, lavender, and frankincense are really good for the skin. I put a few drops. Actually, I don't really use lotion. So I actually, for my kids, I mix shea butter, coconut oil, and then I will put frankincense and purification in their oil, and then I rub their whole bodies down with it. Dayton, from the time he was born, had a lot of seasonal discomforts. He's asthmatic. He has irritated skin.
Yeah.
I can't say the disease.
It used to be really bad. Now it's I only notice it at certain times when we're not regular with it. So
diet plays a key too, but using the oils helps to keep his flare-ups on his skin at bay. So definitely I would say purification, lavender, and frankincense for the skin, and adding them into either your lotion or some type of coconut oil shape.
Coconut oil. And then frankincense is also good for your immunity too. So if you have a Vitality frankincense, you can also take it. Keep your immune system up. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's about all we had. Anybody else have any other questions? No problem, Monica. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for those who were able to tune in. This is going to be going forward a continuous regular thing. So if you have any topics going in the future that you would like us to discuss, feel free to shoot us a message or email or anything like that. Because we do these to try to make them as beneficial for our friends and family, our circle that we know, and not necessarily just to push product. Yes, inner defense is great. And not necessarily just to push product, but we want people to be aware that there's other things that you can use out there, other natural alternatives. We just so happen to have found a home with Young Living and Young Living's products because they work and they're so great, and they've been changing our families' lives. They've been changing our health. So that's one of the things that we do like to share. But I mean, even on a general level.
Thanks, honey.
Oh, thank you. We want people to be overall healthier. So like I said, if there's anything going down the road that you guys would like to see addressed or presented, just let us know. If not, we'll see everybody next time.
Night night. All right, guys.
Good night.
Bye.